Hello again, lab partner. All right, we are doing our second lab. We have this set up. I didn't want to bore you with watching me fill two graduate cylinders with 15 milliliters of water, 50 milliliters of water. We got some ice. The ice is actually going to be crushed, hence the hammer. We're going to be crushing this bad Larry up. Yeah, I don't want to watch that either. That's boring, but I will be doing that to get some crushed ice. We have our thermometer, which you can see is quite warm in here actually. 26.6 degrees Celsius. That is a warm day in here. No air conditioning. We have our sea salt. We're going to use that to depress our freezing point, kind of like making ice cream. The potassium nitrate, a 125 flask. I've already masked out the potassium nitrate. It's right there, done for you. You didn't watch that. That was boring. And then we have some dextrose here with our flask with the 10 grams of dextrose. Now technically I did not, you don't have to get the exact 5 and exact 10, which I did not do. You are going to need these masses here. This is exactly how much potassium nitrate I used. Right there, KNO3, 5.020 grams, and dextrose, 10.160 grams. So there's no spot to write that down on the handout. So you should be grabbing this bad Larry right here, okay? Molecular mass determination. Remember, I warned you about that in the video. We are going to determine the molecular masses of these two compounds. Now, of course, if we know the potassium nitrate and dextrose, which is the same as glucose, which is C6H12O6, you can go ahead and mass those out and get the true value. You will have to do that. You will have to actually do that to get the true masses. We're going to do an experiment to see whether or not we can get those or close to them or not, hopefully. This is using boiling point and freezing point, boiling point elevation and freezing point depression. So if we flip, the first page of procedures is about boiling point. The second page of procedures, or the third page of the lab, is about freezing point. I'm only going to do freezing point with this lab. The boiling point, getting boiling hot solutions on my own, it's just a little riskier, so I'm not going to do it. Just not worth it. So what I'm going to do is just the freezing point part of this lab. All right, so when you answer the questions and do the calculations, we're referring to the freezing point part only. If you look at your data table down here, this is the bottom of that third page. Okay, this is boiling temperature, blah, 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 and freezing point, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we are not going to do the boiling temperature, so that can be gone. The boiling point can be gone. This can be gone. The change in the boiling temperature can be gone. We're not doing that. So we're doing just the freezing part. We're going to fill that table in. Let's write down on here, though, those masses. Okay, so write those down on your sheet. The mass of the potassium nitrate that we used, and the mass of the dextrose, the C6H12O6. So I'm going to put that over here. Right below, we've got 5.020 grams and 10.160 grams. Okay, so we're just going to be exact. It'll hopefully help our lab error to be a little bit less instead of just putting 5 and 10 in there. On the back, these are going to be our calculations and questions. We'll get to those, but let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 solutions with the 50 milliliters of water already poured out. We're going to pour those into the flask. I'm going to add the solids into each, and one at a time we will do a freezing point depression. I'll probably start out with the potassium nitrate here. There's 5 grams and 10 grams. Reason for that, and not 10 and 10, like it would have been in the boiling point, we'd have 10 grams of each, is that the potassium nitrate, when it gets cold, it does not want to dissolve very well. So I am going to pour the water in and have to do a lot of swirling to get that 5 grams to dissolve. It will dissolve, but it just does take some time. So I'm not going to bore you with that. So when we reconvene, I will hopefully have that potassium nitrate dissolved in solution, and we'll take it from there. So see you soon, lab partner.